What's going on, guys? Jimmy Like Halo here, and today I'm talking about how Sega absolutely cooked this year, bro. I mean, look at the pile in front of me. So basically, from Limited Run with Atlas, they did a partnership where you could get a physical version of Persona 4 and 3 since they just re-released them on platforms in 2023. It was at the end of 2023 you could get them physical, and then it came in 2024 because limited run games takes a while. So that's what this is from, which is really cool. And I had to get that. And then obviously the first game that releases here by Sega was Infinite Wealth, which I played the demo for on what's it called? Like a Dragon Gaiden. Man, erase his name. If once you beat the game, you get the demo. Then Atlas's first release was Persona 3 Reload, absolute banger, obviously. So they had a remake, which was, since Royal was 2020 in the US, 4 years until the next Persona-like thing on the franchise, which is kind of a while, but they did have their remasters before that, so I guess it's kind of something. This is like a new thing, even though it's a remake. So that was obviously cooking, because that's a really good game. And then they had the re-release of SMT5 with Vengeance on all platforms, which you will see a video on this probably before this video, which is a really cool little steelbook that every time they tend to re-release a game, they usually put it in a steelbook, which is cool. This one particularly looks cool. The reason I got it on Xbox is it's preserved, even though it's on both versions, Xbox One and Series X. Gotta support the Xbox in some way with these two. Honestly, the main reason I got this on PS5 is because, like, this matches perfectly with this. The white and the blue, which is so striking, looks so good. And then the big boy of this game, of this year, Metaphor. Now, objectively, I feel like this is the best Atlas game. It's definitely one of my favorites. Persona 3 Reload, I think it's still my favorite because of a personal connection. But Metaphor is amazing, man. This is essentially, I almost feel like Studio Zero, right? They're like, okay, we could make Persona 6 next, but instead of making it called Persona 6, it's going to be Metaphor, and this is what we got. And it's incredible. It has like all the good stuff from SMT, but then you combine it with all the good stuff combined with Persona, and you get this baby of Metaphor. So hopefully we get a sequel of this. Incredible. Hopefully they don't do a re-release. This is the first time I've ever bought like a new Atlas game that didn't get a re-release. I wouldn't mind DLC. See what they should do, right? Is like I can understand kind of with the re-release of Vengeance where it was on the Switch, so they're putting it on Xbox, PC, PlayStation. That makes sense, right? But it would be like the best of both worlds if not only did they release it on those platforms, but on the Switch, instead of having to buy the Vengeance version of the game, you could instead get like a Vengeance DLC upgrade. So basically how Sony, if you had a PS4 game, let's say you had Horizon Zero Dawn, right? If you pay $10, you would get the remaster. So the thing about this is obviously a lot more than those. But think about if it was like $20 for the Vengeance upgrade from SMT5, or, some kind of, even if it was $35 for the upgrade for Vengeance from the original game, that would be really cool. Even if it was just a digital thing and, not getting a physical, that would be a really nice thing. And then it's like, okay, all these people get the version on the platforms, but then the person who already had it on the platform gets it for less because they're rewarded for buying the game originally, and then they get to access the new stuff for cheaper instead of having to buy the whole thing again and being punished for being an early adopter. See, that's the problem with the re-release thing. Anyway, that's what they should do with this. Have a DLC. That would be great. Best of both worlds. And then Sega, I think is this the last game of the year? I think it is. October 25th, same month as Metaphor. So right after I finished Metaphor, I went right to this game. Sonic X Shadow Generations. Also, I'm going to make a video on this. This game is amazing, man. This is my favorite modern Sonic game they've made since the original Sonic Generations. And the shadow levels are just like everything I wanted from modern Sonic. They're fully 3D boost levels with great level design, multiple pathways. Amazing. You get to play as Shadow, new Doom powers. Oh, it's just so good. And not only that, but disc art, fire. Reversible color art, fire. Get the Sonic Adventure skin, more fire. Not only that, but you get the Gerald Robotnik book, bro. That's so cool. And you got the lore in there, and it like classifies stuff, which you can also unlock in the game as like a collectible. But you also had to get this on PS5 because it matches with Sonic with the red and blue. Just I don't know what it is. Red and blue on PlayStation games just looks really, really good. It probably look good in the Switch case too. Metaphor, the protagonist had blue, uh, and it works out better for me to play at home. But yeah, basically, yeah, that's all the main Sega games, or at least the ones I played. And I'm sure Infinite Wealth, from what I've heard, is a really good game too. So 5 whole releases from Sega that were absolute bangers, all reviewed really well. People really like them. I mean, even if people don't, like a remake or the metaphor, they're not playing Sonic or whatever, they still were, like, for the most part, highly reviewed and highly positive. So if anyone did really, really well this year, it was Sega slash Atlas. They absolutely cooked. I enjoyed playing all of these, and they're genuinely all amazing. Like, I really, really liked playing all of them. So yeah, that's basically all I had to say for this. I just had to address this for this year, man. It was literally not only the year of Shadows, the year of Sega, bro. They cooked. But yeah, let me know what you think of any of these games. Um, but yeah, man, Sega cooked. Hopefully Persona 6 next year. And maybe Sonic Frontiers 2 after they tend to do new game re-release. So they had Superstars last year, and then before that was Frontiers, and then we got re-released. So maybe Frontiers 2 at that point? I don't know. Anyway, if you like this video, feel free to subscribe if you're not, and then like it if you want to. And that's all I have to say. Let me know what you think of any of these games in the comments, and see you in the next one.